Hello, my name is Hugo and I'm one of the supporting facilitators at Hanger Farm Arts Centre. And today we are going to be looking at what kind of sounds you might associate with the yellow brick road from The Wizard of Oz. So you might be thinking to yourself, well, what kind of sound would you associate with the yellow brick road from The Wizard of Oz? Well, it all depends on obviously, because we're doing drama, it all depends on what your yellow brick road looks like. So it could be one with rain, could be one with sun, could have a big rainbow, it could have loads of birds, it could have some grass, some corn, and those are all the kinds of sounds that you might hear or associate with the yellow brick road. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going through some sounds that I've collected, and we're going to be looking at them and making a soundscape that would fit quite well with the look of the yellow brick road, and we will be just looking at all the lovely sounds that you might associate when you have a look at the yellow brick road. So what I've done also to help is I have attached some pictures that so you can take a look and see the actual picture of an actual picture of the yellow brick road, so you can start thinking about what sounds might be there and what sounds you could imagine to be there. So if that helps, then that's good. That's good. I should also mention that you might not be able to see my face for this for the next part, because a lot of it is going to be on screen. I'm going to be showing you what's happening on my screen, and you can just listen to the sounds that I have, and I will be showing you in my music program. I'll be going through with you how to create this soundscape that we're going to be making. So let's dive into it. So here I have some sounds that I think you might associate with the yellow brick road. So the first one we'll have a look at is grass in the wind. Because it doesn't have to be grass, it could be corn, it could be whatever you want it to be. Just because in the picture there are a lot of fields, with corn and grass. So let's have a listen. So hopefully you were able to hear that. I know it's quite quiet, but you can't hear it. Just turn up the volume a little bit. So there's you can use that. You could also, if you wanted to, you could add to that to make it just to add to the atmosphere. You could add the chirping of birds. Again, can be whatever bird you want it to be. Because obviously we're doing drama, and drama is all about, imagining whatever you want it to be. So, it can be whatever you imagine it to be. So, if you add the birds, it sounds like this. And if you want to, you can also add rain, because I noticed in some of the pictures there's a rainbow. And with the rainbow there's always rain and there's sun, so you can I advise it to be light rain, obviously. So if you add the rain, then it will sound like this. And there you kind of have a bit of a soundscape already, a really, really atmospheric soundscape, an outside soundscape really. that could be associated with the yellow brick road, you know, because it's quite sunny, it's quite warm, and all of these are quite warm sounds, apart from the rain maybe, but you know, it can be a warm sound too. And if you want to, like I said, because this is subjective, you could have it. It might not be all gentle in your yellow brick road. It could be windy. Could be the the yellow brick road, that where the yellow brick road is. It could be windy, so it could be. You might hear the howling of winds with some grass. And if you want to, it was just as a thought, because the yellow brick road is very shiny, and the atmosphere around is quite warm. I thought you could add. Hold on, that's the wrong one. You could add a warm string sound. Well, I say you could add. We can add, because we're building a soundscape here, so we can add a warm string sound to make it sound quite warm, and to add to the atmosphere. So you have this, you have which sounds quite mysterious and atmospheric, but you don't have to have one chord. You can have 4, so you can just do and there we kind of have already a really nice, warm, quite mysterious, because we're talking magic here. The Wizard of Oz is quite a magical story, so I think mysterious is fine. So you have quite an already mysterious atmosphere. So let's listen to it all the way through. So you have now what we can do is, if we want to, we don't have to have them all start at the same time. So we could move the rain here, and then the birds might come in after the rain. So then you have this. Simple, right? Simple. And just as a bit of an addition, because we're talking warm sounds here, if you want to, you can add, it might be nice for us to add a bit of a piano, because that's quite a nice warm sound too, and since we're building a soundscape, it might be nice to add it in there too. So you want it to be soft, well, we want it to be soft, so you just do, you might have the same chord B, so you add that. If you want to make, since we're trying to make it softer, we'll, move down this thing here, which will make it softer, and I'll let you hear it. There you go, it's a bit softer, it's not quite as harsh. So if we move that here, we might want to have it here, so we don't want that to start right here. So then we'll have this, we'll have I hope you were able to hear that. I'll turn it up a bit. But then you don't have to have it the same melody, so you could have it going up. So then we have this. We have so that might be maybe that is quite bit too uplifting, might but it does give it quite a warm sound, and already we have our soundscape. So those are the kind of sounds I think you might associate, and already we built a soundscape for the Wizard of Oz. So let's just if we just listen to it one more time. Actually, hold on. Before we do that, I should mention that you don't have to have it that length. So you don't want it to be that long. The piano, you don't want it to be that long. Then oh my god, I'm struggling here. Easier way of doing that is you could have it, so if you don't want it to be, you want it to be the same length as the other one, you can shorten them. There we go. So then it's the same length, like here, they're the same length, and instead of having the prolonged chords, you can have like I say, there you have it. There's your soundscape for the Wizard of Oz. It could easily be used in a scene with the Yellow Brick Road to sort of bring the background up a bit to make it seem like they're more, actually there. So yeah, there we pretty much have our soundscape. So just to recap, this was to get you thinking about what kind of sounds you might hear in the Yellow Brick Road from the Wizard of Oz. Just to kind of give you an idea of what kind of atmosphere we might be building. The hope is that we will be able to make something with this. So hopefully when all this COVID-19 stuff is over, we will be able to incorporate this soundscape into a scene or performance of some kind. So I hope it has been educating for you. I hope it has made you think about a bit more about this theme that we're going, the Wizard of Oz. I hope it's helped you think about that and what any ideas you might have. I hope it's helped with that, and yeah. And overall, I just thought it would be fun for us to make a soundscape together, or I show you some ideas and then you can build on it yourselves. I just thought it would be nice, to do that. In drama, it's all down to you, so it's all your interpretation. So doesn't whatever sounds you can think of, they don't have to be the ones that I had. That they can be ones that you thought of or that you think of, and when all this is over, hopefully we can come together and we can bring our own ideas to this. So thank you for watching. Again, I hope it was educating, and I will see you next time.